Hey guys, in this video we're going to be starting 8B.1. Our master learning objective is I can identify all the parts of a circle by applying the definitions. So first vocab word here is a circle. A circle is the set of all points equidistant that means same distance, so equal distance. So equidistant from a central point. Right? A circle, if you want to think about this, from this point, you're going the same distance in all directions, right? And going the distance all the way around the circle is 360 degrees. Right? The center is the point in the middle of a circle. That is used to name the circle. So whatever the center is how we would name our circle. So looking at this, our center is right here. It's in the middle, and it does say P. So therefore, I'm just going to give you a little example here. You would say, example, draw a circle, and then the letter P. All right, that's how you would name that circle right there. Next vocab word is the radius. Radius should be somewhat familiar. We've dealt with the radius in the other units when we were dealing with volume. So our radius is the distance from the center through, from the center of the circle to the circle. Let's say that. From the center of the circle to the circle. All right, so you start at the center, and then from that center you go to that red circle, which would be the radius right here. Obviously, you could have went in the other directions, right? That's also a radius. This is also a radius. You could draw as many radiuses as you want, as long as you're starting from the center and then going to a point on the circle. Next example here would be the diameter. So diameter is the distance across the circle through the center. You also name these with by saying our 2 points. So if you look at this, our diameter has to go from one side of the circle to the other side, and it has to make sure it's going through that center point. So again, you could draw many diameters as long as it has to go directly through the circle. It's directly half of it, and you're labeling it with whatever 2 points we would have on our circle. Obviously, we don't have any points on here, so when we look at these first examples, we are going to write our examples down here. So the first one says name our circle. So our circle here is named by our center. Our center is right here at P. So this is just going to be circle, draw a circle, capital letter P, whatever's in the center. All right, we want to identify 3 radii. So I'm going to switch up my color. Radii means from the center to one of the points on the circle. So I'm going to start here, and so that's from P, and I'm going to go to this point right here, which is A. So this is a radii, and again, I can't create my own lines here. I have to use the ones that are already given to me. So that would be 1 radii from A to P. Since this is a segment, I'm going to use segment notation. So that's 1. Tells me I need to name 3. So then I'm going to go back to my center here from P. Looks like I can go to B. Be right BP or PB, doesn't really matter, it's the same line. And then the last one, C to P, is also a radii. Those are the only radii I have because those started from the center and went to one side on the circle. Looking at my next example, it says identify a diameter. So what's important about the diameter is that it goes through the center. So my center is here, and it has to have 2 points on our circle itself. So the only one that does that is going from A through P all the way to C. So my diameter here is going to be A to C. Okay, you don't need the 3 letters. All you need is our 2 points to create that line. All right. Next couple of examples are dealing with central angles and intercepted arcs. So first vocab word here is a central angle. Central angle is an angle with endpoints on the circle. So let me get my pen here. So this is an angle with endpoints on the circle and vertex at the center. So central angle, it uses the center to make its angle. So again, we see that an angle, you need to have a segment meeting at its vertex, right? This would be my vertex right here at O. And then it's going to be right here. So since it uses the center of the circle to create this angle, that's where it gets its name, central angle. We have an intercepted arc here. Intercepted arc is whatever arc. Now, if you see the word arc, it's going to be like the round part. So you're going to use like this little round notation. And since our central angle goes from AOB, the intercepted arc is whatever part of the circle, like the outline of the circle, that angle opens up to. So in this case, it's going to be the part of the circle that the angle opens up to. So basically the points that are on the circle would be the arc, our intercepted arc. So therefore our arc here would be arc AB, because that's the part of the circle that our angle AOB opens up to. Okay? Our major arc is going to be an arc that has the measurement that is bigger than the semicircle. So what is a semicircle? Semicircle is half of the circle. So a major arc is going to be an arc bigger, it's important, bigger than a semicircle. So semicircle means half of the circle. It needs to be bigger than that. And you need to use 3 points in order to label our major arc. So I'm going to start here at A, and one of the major arcs I see here would be from A to C. That's a semicircle, right? That's halfway. but I need to be bigger than that. So I'm going to go all the way to B. So the way I would write this would be, let me put in parentheses, an example here, would be from A, we went to C, to B. Since it's an arc, we need this little arc above our 3 letters. You could have also said BCA, right? BCA is the same arc that I highlighted, it's just going in the different direction, which still works. All right, our minor arc is going to be still part of the circle, right? It's going to be on the outline of our circle. It's just going to be smaller than a semicircle. So this is an arc smaller than a semicircle. And again, we do not need 3 letters actually to talk about a minor arc. We only need 2 points to talk about this. So kind of a lot of examples we could come up with. It just needs to be smaller than halfway. So one I see right here is AB, right? AB is a minor arc. We could have also said CB, right? CB is also a, oh, I don't know why I draw it. That should just be a straight line. A lot of minor arcs there. We only have the 3 letters there, so A to C is exactly half. So I wouldn't use that because it's not smaller than a semicircle. It's exactly half of a circle. So let's go ahead and look at some of these examples. So number 3, it says identify 2 central angles. So now remember, central angle has to use the center to create its angle. So if this is my center, one central angle here that I see would be angle APB, right? That would be this angle right here. So angle APB, that's one. I also can use angle BPC, right? This still uses my center. BPC, and this is still an angle. I do not see any other angle that uses the center, because I can't make my own lines, all right? I have to use the lines that are there. Another one for part B says identify 2 minor arcs. So keep in mind, minor means less than 180, right? We want smaller than half of our circle. So a minor arc could be AB, right? AB is a minor arc. Use our arc notation. We can say B to C. We can say, right, C to D. And I'm just trying to mark them up differently so you can see the difference. You could also say D to A. Right, those are all minor arcs. To identify using the circle is identify 2 major arcs. So major arcs have to be greater than half of our circle. Whew. Right, so bigger than 180 degrees. So if we go bigger than halfway, remember you also need to use 3 letters. So that's something that you need to just keep in mind when you're stating whatever our arcs are. So I'm going to just start, and again, you could name, the ones that I name are not the only ones, but if I start at angle D, so I'm going to start off at D, like I said. Sorry, my video's been pretty choppy. And I'm going to go, it doesn't matter which direction, so I'm going to go D to O to B. Again, it has to be bigger than 180, which is half the circle. So I'm going to say D, what did I say that? C, B. That's one option. If you went the other direction, it's completely okay. You could have also, right, this one is the same as B, C, D, right? Those are the same ones. If I wanted to say, I don't know, I can go from A So C to D, right? And you didn't have to say C, you could have said B, right? As long as you name 3 points, the start and the end, and then like one that's in the middle of them. And that's really all you have to remember. Major arcs use 3 points, minor arcs only use 2. Please make sure that you have the correct notation. So like arcs have the little arc on top, angles have the little angles on the top. Segments, meaning straight lines, have the straight line above it. Really, really important that you use proper notation. All right, guys, good luck.